Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of 2023 Harder for Longer series. I'm Christopher Kent. I'm joined by my co-host Thomas Kent. Say hello to the people, Thomas Kent.
Hey, mate.
Hey, hey.
You didn't do the different ways to say hello. Welcome.
Nah, it's not Pacific Round. I'm saving that for later, mate. Got a big show ahead. Big show. Starting with last week's games against Taz, our favourite. Round 2 review, 7s and 8s lost, 39-5. I didn't know it was that bad. 9s and 10s got match abandoned, fortunately because of the injury. And the first 15 with a narrower loss than we would have hoped.
Yeah, sorry, we forgot to tell you what else we're doing in the show today. You just jumped straight into it. I hope everyone had a great second week of the tournament.
Yeah.
And obviously here we are, episode 2 of this year. We're going to look at the games, talk about our dream team stuff again, and look at the big preview for our match of the round against St Mary's this upcoming week as well. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about some other rugby that was played over the weekend as well, just to touch on it. Yeah, potentially. But as you can see, we've gone straight into the round 2 review. Thanks, Tops. Yeah.
So it wasn't a good day out for us, mate. Fortunately, our heads were probably elsewhere. We were probably on the canteen and whatnot. So it was cool though to have a first home game with everyone out there that was able to make it. A bit of a buzzkill, unfortunately, when the 15s were sat out the whole 50 minutes that they should have been playing. But yeah.
It was good to have a first home game. Yeah, it wasn't real fun to be sitting in the canteen and stressing about that. Hopefully we'll get some more help in the canteen next week from
if you're available,
people who are Valley Club members. That'd be lovely. Because it's a bit hard when you're supposed to be coaching your team or watching games for your podcasts, and you're also on there stuffing up people's orders on the canteen or not having enough piles of sausage rolls warmed. But thanks, Peter Kent, for helping out there, mate.
You did well.
And Caitlin Kent.
Piggy Kent as well.
Yeah.
Big Pigs president.
Right. Yeah. Yes, Jake Johnson. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And Lockie Hawk, thank you for jumping on there as well, mate. Big help when we were coaching. Big help. So, let's get straight into the games, mate. We'll have a little bit to talk about each one, I think.
Yep. Let's have a look at the points. Oh, yeah. 39-5. Did you catch much of this game, mate?
A bit. I have watched a bit of the tape. Game tapes will go up tonight, I think, guys, after I do some other schoolwork. I thought it was closer than that scoreline showed. I think the big difference always, when we said it last week's preview with Taz Concordia, is there's just more rugby union players in there. And so where I actually think we matched them physically, probably athletically, they were just better at rugby union than us. They knew how to pilfer. They knew how to clear rucks or counter ruck they could tell when our seals and stuff were a bit weak. And they just kind of when we talk about being out rugby, I think that's what we mean, isn't it? No, it's just those little things, counter rucking, stealing the ball, not giving away penalties that don't need to be given away in the breakdown. Taz Concordia was just better at it.
Yeah, my only recollection of the game from the canteen was them stealing, like noticing when we were isolated, which was fairly regular. And then makes sense if they have the ball for longer than us in the right areas that they're going to end up with 40 points and nearly on us. So
Yeah, I think there was a couple of players missing, a couple of big players for us missing, which would have changed the score a lot. A couple of supreme athletes like Cooper and Harry, who really would have changed the game a bit. Like at sevens and eights level, you got to score tries.
yeah,
And if a team scores tries, usually the other team goes away. Like that's just how it is at that age group. And like their best player last week, arguably the best player last week, Brock got hurt very early, which was a huge loss for the sevens and eights as well. So I think they'll learn heaps from it. Again, just get back to training, boys. Work hard. Look, it's not the end of the world. You're still 1-1. So the top 4 make it to the final. So let's just keep working hard, and we'll go to the points, eh?
Yeah, let's get there. All right, forwards up.
Am I doing the forwards?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I'll do forwards, mate. Yeah, cheers. All right, 1 point there to Cooper Egan's. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong, Cooper. I think the word in was Cooper was just working extra hard, making a lot of tackles, and basically just doing that hard stuff around the park for him. They've given Riley Sipple, who I'm pretty sure is a scrum half, forwards points. Interesting, but maybe that speaks to either just how physical and dominant Riley Sipple is as a scrum half that he's managed to land in the forwards points, or B, Adam and Lockie are morons. So I don't know. We'll find out after they listen to this podcast. But Riley's doing what I think we've become accustomed to see Riley do. He might have played in the forwards as well. Actually, to be fair, I could have just given them a massively bad spray for nothing. But I didn't see it that closely, so I'm assuming if he was playing scrum half, I'm assuming his service was as good as it was last week.
And he probably made a ton of tackles.
Would have made heaps of tackles. 4 points went to Cooper Brown. I'm not really sure which Cooper is which Cooper, but
if we are giving incorrect points to this Cooper Matthews character, then let us know, please.
From last week, and like coaches, give us the full names of kids. That'll be useful as well. Thank you. But Cooper Brown, if he's the flanker, Cooper Brown, man, again, work rate's just through the roof, and like dominant tackles. And he's one of the guys I think is picking up rucking quite well. He's building his rucking game. So really good job there, guys, in a losing team to pick up some points. Well done. So we'll go to the backs tops.
Alrighty, backs kicking us off with 1 point. Noah Cronin, son of the rugby league coach, first 13 coach of this year. Outside centre, I assume again, and probably pressing into the holes really well. I imagine. Making a few desperate tackles on the edge to prevent a few tries or a few runaways, and showing good toe and good enthusiasm. He's always got that enthusiasm up. 2, Charlie Derrick, the man in the middle, must have been completely solid and aggressive again. Love the look, love the swagger that he brings to the game, and a great attitude as well. And 3 points for Lawson Richards. So he must have been swapped out to the backs. Did you notice him out wide or in the centres? No.
I think he was playing centres.
Centres. Yeah. So he's a tall, bigger body, and his aggression is right up this year. So must have made a really good impact.
I like him with a bit of space to work in. Lawson.
Bit of a two-hand carry.
Yeah, a bit of a two-hand carry. Good feet, so I'm sure he must have just shown that.
Chopped in and out of tackles, probably good in traffic, I'd say, with Lawson.
Yeah.
Yeah, real crafty. Good job, boys.
Character points this week, we get 1 to big, rangy White Dunn.
Yeah.
I think White Dunn's really coming along in his second year and working hard, and I think he's really looking forward to when the contested scrums start. I think he's been going really well according to the big South African Camerano, he reckons he's going to be a great scrummager while it's done. So looking forward to that. Good job, Wyatt. 1 point. Number 2 to returnee Tyler Knight.
Oh, yeah.
The knight in shining armour, little Tyler. It's good to see Tyler back. He played last year, and it's good to see him back playing this year again, and just picking up where he left off. What I love is guys. We want guys to try it, give rugby a go, and then if they get through the full season, come back next year. I think that's the most important bit. The growth you get from year 1 to year 2 is huge. And so yeah, it's awesome to see Tyler back, and obviously working hard, showing plenty of promise to pick up 2 character points. So good job, Tyler.
Awesome. Oh, the ladder as it stands. So this is halfway through the rounds now. So we've played 2. Scots and Marys are down a game in the under 13s. And we're sitting in the dead set middle, 4 points, chasing Taz at the top with 9 from their 2 wins. Yeah.
Thanks for that. That's good, mate.
In case you're not reading this on the video at home, and I do know some people, listen in their cars, for example, and can't hear me. So I hope that was loud and clear for all of you.
It was. Yeah, we're third at the moment on the 13s. Good job. We're 1 point behind St Mary's on the 5. They got 5. Good job. So like I said, it's top 4 going through. Only got 5 teams with Downers doing the dirty on us and ditching us. Bunch of dirty dogs. So just stay in the hunt, boys. Stay in the hunt. All right. 9s and 10s. Let's do it. Match abandoned. What are we going to say about it?
It was a good game.
It was
2
a game.
minutes.
I was looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know we're not going to see much of it again, but I was looking forward to seeing the tape. I wanted to see if the 9s and 10s were built on what they did the week before. I think Taz would have been very gettable, but
they. What was it? Well, they at least built on a new player. Credit to Riley Moore having a crack, and then unlucky with the injury. Hope it's healing well.
Yeah. Obviously, it sucks when you get injuries or injury scares like that. I think Riley said he's going pretty good, but as soon as you get any kind of like a neck or back injury, you got to treat it with as serious as possible. So hence why we had to get the stop the game and keep him still and wait for the ambos and things like that. Because you just can't be too careful when it comes to neck and back stuff. No one else wants to see any injury, but those injuries in particular can be
a bit scary.
Yeah, life changing. So everyone did the right thing there. Made sure he was safe. Ambos do what Ambos do, and got there after the whole game was gone. That was good of them. But they're busy too. So we unfortunately match abandoned, but we still got points. The coach is just awarded on the 3 minutes that they saw, and basically just work and training was where most of their points came from for this week. I'm not sure how that's going to work if we do replay the game. Essentially, they'll get an extra go of points, mate.
Oh, okay. Nah, you won't.
Yeah,
we'll scratch one, depending on which one is more appropriate, hey?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Alrighty.
It's a good place to make executive decisions live.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. I like it.
I don't.
All right, 3, 2, 1s. Forwards, Harry Lever. Got 1 point there. Well done, Harry Lever. I mean, just the Energizer Bunny, mate.
Imagine him at training.
He's very
to get that 1 point.
Yeah, he's very exciting.
Must have been out of it. Wasn't interested.
Yeah, I know. But he's an absolute goer, Harry. So good job, 1 point. Number 2, Liam Carr. I don't know. It's good to see Liam in the points again. Must be showing a bit of influence, a bit of leadership out there in the training paddock each week. It's good to see the older guys step up. He's a year 10, obviously. Year 10, he's massive.
Biggest guy
on the park for us, and obviously he's doing well in training if he's picking up 2 points there. And man of the match went to Oliver Thompson. I saw Oliver make a really good break in the game early on. It was an awesome break actually, and it looked like I was like, "Oh, this is alright." Oliver's looking well up for this game, and clearly he's working hard in training to pick up the man of the match, 4 points. Cool thing about lots of rugby in England, Oliver. So he's a man after my own heart. You know, he's a Union guy first, and it's awesome to see him in the points and picking up big points this week.
Yeah, they're all Valley boys as well.
Yeah, perfect. Backs, mate, go.
Backs, Ashton Vole, 1 point. He must be just doing enough to get the one both weeks in a row. I think he's waiting to start like more fully in a full game as well. Yeah, he's always a great trainer and everything 100%. Then 110%, you're looking at the next guy with 2 points. Ryan Wells, if he's on the paddock and he's not slotting goals from the sideline, on the right-hand sideline, he's just getting in there and absolutely trying to feed whoever has the ball. Really setting a good example, and then getting that laser scrum half service up as well this year. Really big future if he chooses to like stay in it. Stay at school, I guess is what I mean there.
Yeah, he could do a trade next year.
Yeah.
Let me mention that last time.
3 for Jay Clark. That is also good. That's good and great news to see as well that Jay's always been keen and always about his business. Like football's like a big priority for him, and then getting the rewards as well. The points is really cool.
Yeah. 3 Valley guys as well, mate. That's exciting.
Just coincidence, mate.
Valley Rugby Club. Either they're dominant Valley Rugby Club players, or it's just all the Faith guys play at Valley Rugby.
Nah, I don't know which one. Definitely not the coach.
Not the coach. Characters.
Will Sutton, 1 point. Yeah, once again, love
Thanks,
them. Love the Master and Commander. Good on you, Will.
Keep going.
I thought you were going to say 2. 2 points, Hayden Lawson. Hard on his sleeve. Bit of Jonathan Thurston in the flanker position, but he can play everywhere as well.
He's a good passer.
Chuck him at 10,
Just
chuck him at
ask him.
6, chuck him at second row.
He throws a good pill.
Line out thrower, line out jumper. All the above. Well done. Always puts in. Good man.
Keen student of the game, Hayden. So good job, mate. Good job. All right, let's quickly look at the ladder. Obviously, Mary's there sitting up nice and high. With a massive win over Merrimack.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Negative
absolutely
103.
killed them. Poor old Merrimack. And then obviously, because we've got a draw at the moment.
Yeah,
So they haven't even ordered any points because I think they're waiting to see if we do the rematch. We're sitting second at the moment. So unfortunately we couldn't play, but it'll be interesting. We'll talk more about Mary's and these guys in the preview.
Top of the table clash.
Top of the table clash. Let's go on to the first 15. Our boys. 15-7 loss, mate. I was disappointed, but I think everyone knew I was disappointed.
I was also disappointed. It just wasn't like a good game to watch or be a part of, I guess. But hey, people try and we try at different times, and it doesn't always come together.
Yeah.
Bit of disordered beginning and preparation.
Yeah, I think prep was all off for us. I think we've already alluded to it at the beginning, but we were in the canteen like most of the night, and we just didn't have time to get our guys ready. So I think part of the us starting so poorly, I think, on us, on me in particular. Like, at least you were there. I wasn't there until we literally were out warming up. So I know that's difficult, and like people think, oh, whatever, shouldn't matter. But all the little things you put together matter. And I'm a big believer if you're doing little things right, then it all comes together in the end. And we did all those little things really well the first week, and then the second week, we just got caught up doing other stuff, and that probably then was reflected in our players and what they were doing, and so it just wasn't the game that we wanted, wasn't the result that we wanted, but effort was always there. Like I think guys should never feel like we don't think they're having a go. Even no matter how frustrated we might seem, and like you could tell boys were trying, like a lot of boys were trying really hard, maybe trying too hard, some of them.
Just the last pass, just the last kick, and get there and run and we're dancing.
Yeah, and just like we don't like talking about structure, and having lots of it, but you need some because you need some to give you some predictability for your team, and we just lacked it. Like we didn't get to do much of it on a training on Tuesday, and all our players know kind of what our thoughts are about that. We just need to get to
full squad.
We need to get full squads at training.
Shape on shape.
Shape on shape. We just got to spend time being familiar with each other in those situations, I think. Because we hung in there, 15-7.
That's really close. I thought we got beaten by more.
Super, super close. So and we should have scored in that first half 2 tries early on, and like the game changes.
As soon as you score, runaway.
The first try was a runaway. So the game changes when you score points and you build pressure. There would have been something different if we went in with 10 points when we didn't take the points.
Yeah, true.
And after Joey's like notorious for just taking points when I don't want him to. So like it's just
nearly went for it. Decisions, that's what makes the game good. It's full of lots of decisions. So.
I think so it wasn't a great result, but there's more for us to build on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go points. 3-1s, forwards. 1 point went to my man Thomas Connors. If I was going to double up with character points, I would have gone to Thomas. Thomas was sick earlier in the week, and he just made the effort to come and play. I think you could tell he was a bit crook. He wasn't his usual everywhere self, but the fact that he turned up, like man, I got so much time for guys who put themselves out to help us, help our team.
Joey was crook as well.
Joey was crook as well. He's back, mate. We'll get to him. Later, if he's in. Good point. Joey did the same thing. Big fan of guys that do that. And he still didn't shirk his work. He's just buggered, mate. Just got no gas, no wind for being crook. So 1 point at Thomas. Good job, mate. Number 2.
The man.
Yeah, Aryan. Yeah, my arm's getting real sore. Aryan Patter. Aryan. Absolutely wicked first half. Hasn't played since like the Westmac trial, and he was probably led the hit up count. I think he was just everywhere, man.
Post contact was up.
Yeah. Post contact was good. He felt disappointed in his game, but I thought he was one of our best, obviously. So that's why he got the 2 points. And just an athlete, bro. I talk about athletes all the time on here. But he just has an instinct for it, and so I wish he just, I hope and pray that he just keeps coming. It took a bit of convincing to get him down, but it was awesome to get him down.
The chatbot email home, was it?
Yeah, that's right. The chatbot mum. No, I'm kidding. I wrote that off from the heart. These kids just think anything that's written with more than 50 words is
a bot.
Has been put through something. But so he did really, really well, Aryan. So good job, mate. Keep it up. 3 points to Wilksy. Again, man, we talked about it with Liam earlier. It's just these older guys, second year in, taking on a bit more of a leadership role. Like Hamish's throwing was really good again. He was good on the pilfer, good on the steal. He does everything. He's just doing everything just a bit faster with a bit more experience. He seems to be just a step ahead of guys, and worked hard, played well in a losing pack.
Yeah, I think with Hamish, his intelligence is up, so he's always gonna he's one of the leaders in tip first philosophy. If we give a message, he's a ball first sort of guy, and his smarts are up, and then always be ready for the tip if he's the lead.
If Hamish is at lead, he's looking for a tip. It's good for that. Good job, Hamish. Obviously, you know what I'll tell you, Ham. Get to training next Tuesday, mate. That's really important for us. Keep leading us at training as well as on the park. That'd be lovely. Yeah. All right, Tops, onto the backs, mate.
Yeah, wasn't a good day for the backs, but we do have 1 point with Kyle Gordon. Hard to keep him out of the points, to be real. He's just busy and always trying. So if you see someone that tries as hard as Kyle, takes every loss personally, yeah, an absolute battler. So always worth a point. 2 points for Luke Penrose. That's a good inclusion. New completely to the sport, but looks like he's been playing like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Recalled a league season or 2 or something when he was young, he said. But at training, like he's super impressive, physicality wise. Like we're asking for territory and physicality, and I think with his soccer brain, I reckon he has both. He has, in his next few games, should really stand out for us in the centres. Like very direct as well. I
Yeah.
would say, in a team that was fairly sideways.
Yeah. It was
on the night.
It was a good inclusion. Good in. We should mention that. Yeah. Him, Arian, Brody, and Kobe all came in for us this week, and that was awesome.
That's the reason we had a game.
That's the reason we had a game. Yeah. They gave us 2 subs, and then they all got injured, but. Without those guys, we wouldn't have been able to play. So good job, and it's awesome to see both of them, 2 of them in points this week. But yeah, Luke was solid, man. Once he just learns a little bit more about the game, I think we'll be really. I think people will be really surprised at how impactful he can be.
Yeah, exactly. So from first game to many games, 4 points for Ralston out of the back. I mean, to be honest, it's probably for him being back at home in the flanker role in the second half. That's probably got him man of the match here. Ultimate competitor, really looking for him to even rise to like his figuratively 5-point game man of the matches that he's capable of. But on ball, knows that Neve's not really calling much in the ruck, so like crawls through a few and steals some just on the edge of illegally. Putting everything out there.
Yeah.
Great to see him back in the middle, I think, going forward.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. We'll have to look at that.
See.
We'll see
how it fits out. Yeah.
See how it fits. But yeah, it's good to have him. Yeah, he's good enough to play everywhere, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lachlan, yeah, good job, mate. Man of the match, Lachlan Ralston. Okay, character points. We'll give one to Tarbo, Brother Darkness. He
got filled in there from a kick.
I reckon he would have been, 3 or 4 or man of the match if the game went on.
Yeah.
Because last week he was a bit quiet, but then this week he looked really. Go figure, man. Like everyone was real up for the game last week, and then we're all flat, and then Tarbo was just up. So it's like whatever the opposite.
Yeah.
And Tarbo was up, and he was like smashing blokes and running hard, and.
That's why he got too close to a clearing kick.
Too close to the clearing kick, just copped it straight in the face.
And that guy could kick it hard too. He had a great shoe, that guy.
So next time, I don't know, put your hands in front of your face, but
just turn around a little bit. Oh man!
He literally just like Supermaned onto that ball.
Yeah.
And got crunched. But character points. He wanted to come back on the field. He reckoned he wasn't concussed, but was blood pouring out of his mouth, and when I saw him the next day, he was like, "I've got a headache, sir." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea that we didn't go back on Tubbs." So,
and we got the
but character point, we got the bye coming out, so he's only going to miss the 1 game, so that's awesome for us.
Well,
yeah.
Ivan.
Ivana.
Ivana, that's how you say his name properly. Yeah. 2 points. Second game back at it after a bit of a hiatus. Up with the pace in this game and showing his bullet runs, bit of a Justin Olam about him, and great to see him about his work again, and I think it should form a good part of his life, rugby union, I reckon, Ivan.
Yeah, it's awesome to have him back in there, man. Like, so second game back, you could see he's kind of already just gained a step or 2. He'll be a big player the next few games, I think. Big Ivan. Yeah. Just keep turning up training, Ivana. All right, let's go to ladder. This is good input by you, mate. The ladder, I like it. In case anyone doesn't know where we're at. Faith sitting 3rd on 4 points. Taz Concordia are up the top.
Dogs.
Taz Concordia. People don't listen to me, mate, when I say, like, we've got to treat this game like
at least final level.
Yeah, intensity. Every time we play these guys. These guys beat us every year. And no one's upset about it except me.
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Interesting, the points that have been scored. It's plus 18, plus 12, plus 4 in the top three. So just bloody wrestle a few and kick a few
It's
field
tight,
goals.
mate. It's tight. I actually think, and this is going to be a bit controversial, I think it's a weaker first 15 competition this year.
Yeah.
Just from the points we're seeing, like what Taz put out to us on Wednesday.
Yeah, if they're the top.
Yeah, they're top of the table. We were very below par and still were well within that game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and not to say that we're not good, but we've got no players. So I just think the comp's just a little bit, in the first 15, is a little bit weaker. But that probably bodes well for next year because the 15s are looking
good and
there's some big scores and plus some good teams across the park in the 15s. So I think we might be just a little, shallow year first 15 wise. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's fair. What are our mate Scots doing below us too? Like,
they had a bye, mate.
Yeah. No, we love playing them too.
Yeah, Scots had the bye, so it'll be good. Like we want to see where the teams are at. It'll be good to see what Scots do against Merrimack. I think that's who they're playing next week.
And Taz on the bye then.
I think so. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, because we're playing Marys. Yeah, so then you'll see a better picture for every team.
Yeah.
All right. There's the other thing that you brought in, mate. The Dream 15 points table. Just have a look at that. If you want to see what it says, watch the video.
Yeah.
I'm not going through who's got what points, but
I will talk briefly. There is. If you're coming away at the moment with two games and you've got 2 points in each, you're in like the top 12 for points wise at the moment. So that's halfway through our season of rounds. Like we only got 4 rounds, so if you're wanting to stand up, put your head up now and really.
If all teams make semi-finals, which is fairly likely, we'll probably count that as points as well. Won't we?
Yeah, and then we'll cut it there. Yeah.
So essentially 3 games.
3 games of likely 6.
Yeah.
And so this Wednesday, if you're getting another 2 points for character or forwards and backs, second best in your pack or in your back line, you're trending pretty well. Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, and I guess we'll start sorting out the positions as well. So at the moment it's just like a list of who's got points, and then we'll start moving guys into positions, give people a clearer view of who's in what slot as we go. But there you go, Dream 15 points. Check them out on the video if you want to see them. All right, man, let's go to round 3 preview. It's St Mary's.
The early stuff, mate.
Early games.
Yeah.
Early game times, 3 p.m, 4 p.m, 5 p.m.
It's based on the cold weather, is it?
It's based on, I don't know, I think it's based on Mary's and their
good setup.
Their bus availability, I think, is more what it is, because they've still got league happening at the moment. I think it's the last week of league, so it just helps free up their buses a bit by having an earlier game. So they'll travel. We're gonna leave school after second break.
Lucky.
And early starts. Hopefully that means for guys that had to leave early. I know there's like a few boys doing like Bulldogs training academy stuff in the younger grade. Hopefully that means you guys can play. You guys know who you are. If you're kicking off at 3 p.m, which means gives you you finish at 4, you've got 2 hours to get to Toowoomba.
Get to the doggies.
Hopefully you guys can play, and it'll be nice just playing in the twilight, our guys. That'd be really cool.
It'll be really warm.
Yeah. Won't have to wear a big puffer. That'd be lovely. Let's talk about Mary's. So Mary's obviously league heavy school, but to me, once they kind of spend a bit more time on Union, they're going to be a real problem. Yeah. They got too many boys to pick from. Well, got 150 boys a grade. It's a 2-grade comp. They just got riches, an abundance of riches, and it looks like in some of the teams they're starting to really tap into them. So the 15s are looking, 9-10s are looking really strong. They put Merrimack to the sword.
Cody's still on that team.
Another Valley Rugby guy. Wish he was at Faith actually, but he Yeah, he's a big fella, and they've obviously got some good league backs and stuff like that who'll be playing and just running amok.
So they're usually, they're like one or two like fullbacks or centres that are just like rugby league classics and just lightning.
Yeah, well, they just remind you a bit of like, when you think about some of our really good backs, it's just a similar molds. Oh, but even like now, like you think of Kyle and Joey at his best and Luke at the best. It's like those kind of backs is what Maris can bring. And so they're hard to handle. Our team, they're not as strong. They're not looking super strong. They lost to Merrimack, which makes me think they're still kind of the old Marys of they're not quite their best players, aren't quite really buying into the union. So it's still kind of their seconds and thirds. And their union knowledge is poor, which is probably why Merrimack got them, since they've been coached by Wallaby's dad. But again, it's the whole. You know what they're going to bring. They're going to be physical and athletic, and they're going to be hard to stop. But you just need to deprive them of the ball. I think you guys did it last year when you were in the finals.
We played extreme territory.
Yeah, you played they made like 50 runs all inside their 22. And
they were good runs too.
And they would have just been, they just would not have understood why.
Yeah, they didn't understand.
Why they were like winning, gain line carries and then just losing the ball, getting turned over.
And then just losing.
It would have really frustrated them. So I think that's everyone's goal. 7s and 8s, 9s, 10s, first 15. It's just, you just got to play territory, pin them in there, and rely on our ability to pilfer and counter ruck. And then just to make bad decisions around the ruck is the other thing. Referees will be looking to punish them, unfortunately.
Because they'll have the leaguey tape.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you got the leaguey kind of, what's the word? Sort of taint, mate.
It's a tag, I said.
Tag. Oh, I thought you said the league tag.
Nah, the tag. So they just sort of put that label on it. Like they used to do it a lot for us.
They still do when we play other more union guys. So it's like, so my belief with Taz, we still get treated like
we're the league dumb.
The Taz guys think of us as like dumb leaguey whatevers, and then I feel like it seeps into the referees thinking when they ref us that we're always going to make mistakes and etc. And so I think the idea is let's do that to Marys. What happened? How long's that been out?
Don't know. Carry on.
Oh, we'll have to. All right. But yeah, it should be a good Wednesday afternoon. Get everyone out there. We saw a few people first game, but
we want more.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see way more people. It's a bit of a fizzer, and not many people turn up, and it's early, so try and stick around for the last game. It's always a good watch. It's it's our last home game, so for the year for any kind of rugby.
True. So big. Make it a big one.
Make it a big one. Come and turn out. Be in your faith kit.
Yeah.
Particularly if you've got people watching, get them to turn up in faith uniform. That'd be nice. It's always nice to just feel like there's this huge community behind you, and if everyone's just turning up in whatever, it just looks like a bunch of people watching.
Yeah, it's not as clearly supported.
Yeah. That's the only thing. Finals last year, when you saw like almost the whole of Scots' school was there watching that first 15 grand final, all in their full form uniform, and
proper army.
We still smashed them, but
they were making good cheering noises.
Yeah, and they looked really good, and it would have helped their boys play really well. So hopefully we can get everyone out there. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, mate. Fast 5.
Hoping to get Tim Sile on as soon as we can.
Yeah, we just didn't organise it. Mr. Sile. Yeah, but do you want to do one real fast? Well, what are we at for time?
It's 40 minutes.
Is that longer than last week's?
Yeah, I think so.
How the hell did we do that?
Don't know.
It's supposed to go faster. All right, we'll just call it there. So make sure you guys get down to UQ this week. If you want to help out the canteen, let us know.
Yeah, please do.
And see you later.
Over and out.